David Wygant, 10-minute daily reality check. Wearing a brand new pair of Nikes today. I know you just could care less. And you know what? The only reason I'm telling you is because when I look at that swoosh on Nike, it reminds me of so many things that we are not doing on a daily basis. Nike just tells you to just do it. But so many people can't just do what they want to do. The excuses, the turmoil, the pain just comes in and overwhelms them. I want to ask you this question today. What would you talk about if you didn't have to talk about the things that you need to work on in life? What would you talk about? How many hours a day do you spend talking about the things you need to do in life? The things that are holding you back. How many times have you analyzed and overanalyzed? And how many times have you been to therapists and coaches? And, well, the list just goes on and on. How many times have you overanalyzed the same situation every single day? I mean, Nike tells you just to do it. How come you're just not doing it? How would you spend your free time if you weren't talking about the things that you need to work on? We'd love to go deep, really, really deep, and talk about all our blocks. My mother made me do this. It's my father's lack of love that made me feel this way. We love to go deep into childhood and try to repair the childhood things. And we like to go back in time and talk about our childhood and talk about the events that happened that led us to not doing what we want to do in today's present moment. That's all good. It's good to go deep. It's good to go back on time. It's good to go check things out. It's healthy to do that. But what's not healthy is the constant pattern that we have. The constant day-to-day situations that bring us to not do it. How many times do you have a bad day? I've said this before on the podcast. There's no such thing as a bad day. You have a bad moment. In that bad moment, you make a choice. The choice is to look at it as just a moment in the long stretch of a long day, or to allow that moment to say to yourself, here we go again. Here we go again. Man, I can't believe this is happening to me again. Do you notice that? That victim comes out. The victim literally will wave the flag. Here it is. It's happening to me again. I can't believe it. I didn't think this day would be like that. I've talked about this in podcasts a lot. But Nike really has it right. Just do it. Just do it already. If you want something bad enough, make it your priority. Write down right now your priorities for yourself. And whatever is holding you back in life, make it a priority. Don't watch the Netflix show. Don't go to the movies. Don't hang out with a friend. Take your free time and work on the thing that's holding you back. Because if you do that, the thing that's holding you back, you won't have to sit around and talk about anymore. You won't have to overanalyze it anymore. You don't have to get into conversations anymore. It won't block you from being who you want to be anymore. Take your fucking free time and work on what you need to work on. Make it your number one priority. If you got 3 days off a week, 2 days off a week, 1 day off a week, 5 nights a week, you can work on it. You can work on it during lunch hour. You can work on it after work. Work on it. Make it a priority, because what happens is you're not living your life. You're living your story. You're living a story that has been given to you, and you're perpetuating that story. Your story is not doing it. Your story is just complain about it. Just work on it. Just talk about it. What if you just did it? What if you just did it every single day? You think you'd talk about it anymore? what would you have to do? You would actually have the life that you want. What would you talk about then? Would you talk about vacations you want to go on? Would you talk about things you want to do? What would you do with all your free time then? Imagine how much more productive you would be if you stopped talking about the things that are holding you back. You don't get time back. Did that podcast yesterday resonate with you at all? You do not get time back. It doesn't come back. You can't rewind the clock. But yet every day you're still pep talking and talking yourself into what you need to do instead of just doing it. Talk is cheap. Anybody can do it. You want to just do it. If you want to lose weight, just lose the fucking weight. Put on a pair of Nikes, run and run like Forrest Gump and keep running. You run until the thoughts get out of your head. You run until the pounds drop. You run until you can't talk anymore because you're huffing and puffing because you're out of breath. You run and you run and you run until you lose that weight and you get the weight out of your head. Because talking about it doesn't do anything. If you want to quit smoking, take the money every single day that you would waste on a pack of cigarettes and put that $7, $5, $18 in New York City and put it in a tin can. Every single day. If you're a pack a day person, put $18 a day. If you're a pack every 2 days, $9. If you're a pack every 3 days, $6. Put it in a tin can at the end of the week, count up the money. And take that money and do something for yourself that's great. If you want to stop eating something that's bad for you, then don't eat it. Eat something else. Whenever you crave sugar, find something that you can eat instead, like raspberries or blueberries. Actions are the only thing that are going to eliminate that story that you've overanalyzed, overthought about, and overthinked nonstop, because your brain is trained to protect you and keep you in the story that you have. It's a known fact that the mind will always outthink the body. The body will want to work out. The mind will say, let's watch TV. The mind will win. You need to just do it already. Imagine all the free time you would have not talking about the thing that you've been over talking about for so long. Imagine how much free time. What would you do with that free time? I'm asking you again. Write it down. What would I do with all this free time if I didn't have to talk about the thing that is driving and holding me back from living the life that I want? Think about all the amazing things that you can do. And if that doesn't motivate you, I don't know what will. Do whatever you might do for yourself so you can give yourself the things that you want out of life, because you are never going to get time back. It's December. You can't get time back. Santa is never going to give you time back if he did exist. You can ask Santa for time, but it's not going to happen. So continue talking about the shit that you don't want. Continue talking about the things that you're going to do, but you're not really doing yet. Give yourself a deadline. Hold yourself accountable. And think about all the things. Write it down, what you will do in your life, because you listened to what Nike had to say. The wisdom of Nike is yours right now. What more can you lose? You're already losing every day. You're already losing every day that you have, because you're still stuck inside the bubble of turmoil. So you're already losing. So what are you going to lose by actually doing it? What are you going to lose by actually doing it differently? You're not going to lose anything. See, it's a perception that if we change the way we're doing something, we're actually going to lose. But in reality, we don't lose. Actually, we gain. We gain a whole new set of circumstances, a whole new set of mindset, a whole new set of sense of reality. It's pretty fucking amazing when we can let go of that story. You've analyzed it enough. All of us have overanalyzed our stories and our blocks enough. It's time to just do it. Next year is coming. I personally will guarantee this right now. For all of you listening, for all of you that continue to tell yourself the same stories and continue to say you're going to do it and continue to do things the way that you've been doing them, I will fucking guarantee that November and December next year, you're going to be in the same exact spot you're in right now. Nothing will change. Nothing. I guarantee it. Do you want that for your future? Because that is your fucking future. Unless you go and you just do it. Take your free time and work on the thing that's been holding you back for however long it's been holding you back. And imagine what your life is going to be like when you're not held back anymore. Imagine the freedom you're going to have. And that freedom can be yours starting right now. One thing you need to do before you sign out right now is to post the podcast somewhere. Like it on iTunes. Give us a good ranking. And I will see you tomorrow off to New York. Thursday, I've got a great podcast for you tomorrow. I've got a surprise guest. You must tune into this because she is somebody who is going to open your eyes about things that hold you back in life as well. David Wygant from davidwygant.com.